Hello Virgo, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your tarot love reading. This is a timeless check-in. Well, we have Valentine's Day coming up, but I'm still keeping it as timeless message, so whenever you get it, whenever you come across it, that's when you were supposed to hear this message. Okay, let's get started. And as for the format, as usual, we're going to start with an oracle cards to get us the general vibe. Then we're going to get into tarot to see what's happening in your current situation with you, Virgo, with your person of interest, whoever you have on your mind, and what is the guidance of the universe for you at this time. I also have my Hermit Tarot deck, so I'm going to get you the talking cards. I'm going to get you some messages from your person to you, what is on their heart and their mind. Okay, let's get started. Remember that this is a general reading, but if it resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or comment. It really helps me to circulate these messages with more people. And if it's not your story, you may want to check readings for your other placements: Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, you have some information about those in the description box below. You can always email me and ask any questions you have. Okay, we have the card Blessed, number 22. It's a master number of collaboration. Just you collaborating with the universe, with the divine. We have Unfinished Symphony, number 10. So there's some unfinished business. We're gonna get some more information on what it is, but I'm getting that there is a big opportunity for learning here for you. And bottom of the deck, we have Breathe. I just had it for Capricorn. Everybody just needs to breathe these days. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot going on just generally in the society, you know, in economics, in politics. There's just so much going on. So yeah, taking a deep breath or adopting some breathing practice, some techniques, it could be super beneficial. Like, you wouldn't believe how even a small effort goes a very long way. So I highly recommend it. Even if you start with something like a 5-minute practice a day, or if you are in a, or going through more difficult times, you can do it like 5 minutes 3 times a day, something like that. But it will make such a big difference for you to be in a more grounded and peaceful place. Okay, Virgo, not that you're not grounded in general, but we'll have moments. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. It's interesting, when I decided to record this series of readings, like the timeless love check-in, I wasn't really thinking about Valentine's Day, but yeah, now it kind of all matches nicely, as it always does when we are guided by spirit, right? Oh wow, Lovers, the Magician, and the Five of Wands. To spoil the party a little bit, so it's not too awesome, but it's awesome. Okay, Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, wishes coming true. What do we have here? So for you, Virgo, we have Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. So I'm getting that you feel there is a little bit of a pressure, or a lot of pressure. I'm hearing for some pressure from your person for you to focus on specific things, or for the both of you to do certain stuff together. And you almost feel like obligated to go for it, even though you don't necessarily have time for it. And you may not even enjoy it that much. Like, if it were for you, you would be relaxing, like here, I'm just kidding, but this is the card, right? Relaxing in the garden, talking to the birds, picking up some fruit and berries. But, jokes aside, that you know what you like doing. But you feel kind of pressure to do what your person likes doing at this time. And this is the good part of this message, is that you're getting to the point where you see that, and as soon as you see it and you accept it, you can change it, right? It doesn't have to be a drastic change, but I'm getting, especially with this Unfinished Symphony here, that for some of you it could be the pattern where you agree to things. You maybe even make some promises, or you just agree to be nice, and then you feel trapped. Before you know it, it's like too much to handle, and then you're like pulling yourself into that space, like pulling yourself by your hair to show up, to be there, to do that stuff. And that's your unfinished symphony. That's something that you definitely have a choice to, an option to turn around right now. Because it's like, even if you have good intentions in mind, meaning that you're doing it to have that common ground with your person, to make deeper connection, to show them how much you care about them and their interests. But at the end of the day, if you are not your Nine of Pentacles self, and this is Pentacles, so this is generally like a blossoming single person card, like individual card. And for the earth signs, especially so, because you are an earth sign, Virgo, and earth is Pentacles in the tarot, right? And this looks like a Virgo too, right? When you're when you're not your true self, when it means automatically, when you're pushed to do certain things you don't want to do, it means automatically you're saying no to yourself. And that means that you are almost like being that toxic partner to yourself. So you can't even blame your partner if you feel obligated and you make a choice to go for that stuff, right? You always have a choice. And you should be your priority, really, right? Here in a good book, treat your neighbor as you would treat yourself. But the important part of that sentence is as you would treat yourself. So how come that you would do all that stuff for the other person to make them happy, but ultimately you're making yourself unhappy? Either because you exhaust yourself, or you have to juggle too much, or you just don't enjoy that time you spend doing whatever that is. For a person, we have 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands. So they are going through some stuff here. They may seem a little bit cold and distant for you right now, but this is because they are going through some mindset changes at the time. So if you talk to them about dropping one of those hobbies, don't be upset if they don't really hear you, or they don't really hear it as good news right now, because they have a lot on their plate. With the 10 of Wands, they have a lot of like the weight of the world on their shoulders, right? They feel like they are alone fighting against the whole world. But this battle is helping them see which people and which beliefs do not work for them anymore. Because they're tired of fighting. They don't want to be fighting, but they also know that they want to be themselves, right? Like they don't want to just follow the herd. They want to enjoy their life, and they know that for that, they need to have those firm beliefs and to be able to defend them in a good way. The new moon energy is helping to that, because it's like this growing energy when we are getting a lot of new ideas, and I'm getting this image where they're trying to sort them into certain compartments, right? Trying to make sense of all of these ideas and this energy that's coming in. So it's just a matter of time when they figure out, and you'll be able to take a step into the right direction. And look at the space that we have, the common space. We have the Magician and the Lovers, right? Love is the answer. That's the ultimate combination, especially when we're talking about the advice from the universe, right? This love connection, and this, of course, it's about two people, right? The couple, but it starts with self-love more than anything, right? So it's like a multi-step program here, but ultimately bringing love energy to your, manifestations, to on the bottom of the deck here, wishing for something, setting intentions. It needs love there. Those wishes need to come from love. Love for yourself, love for the divine, love for the other. If it's not a loving manifestation, that it can go sideways in many different ways, create additional karmic situations, and then you'll have more of unfinished business. We have unfinished symphony here. You don't need that, right? Heard you've been through that before. You have 5 of Wands here. You may have other people trying to kind of push you towards certain choices. and priorities in terms of love and giving your energy to those 3 areas that I mentioned: to yourself, to the divine, the universe, the spirit, whatever higher power you believe in, and to your love partner, love interest, right? What's the priority? What's the effort, right? How do you do that in a healthy way? Oof, there's a lot of information. You don't have to listen to your relatives or, friends who were brought up by society and by an older generation of people who had even less information and were even more driven by all these limitations that we have, and the more fearful experiences, let's put it that way, on how to do things, what is the right way. It's time for you to come up with your right way, of how you feel guided. And of course, some books, courses, talking to a person who's knowledgeable in the area never hurts. If you feel guided to do that, by all means, this could be just as well a loving choice for yourself, where you don't know which way to go. You know that you've made some mistakes before and you're getting yourself into similar situations and you repeat certain mistakes. That's normal. It happens to all of us, right? But if you love yourself, maybe it's time to, get some help into that and see some new perspectives, some new ideas on how to solve it. Okay, let's get some messages from your love interest to you. Messages for the Virgo. Okay. Sorry guys, they are falling down, so I have to pick them up. Okay, we have what do you want? We have wait. So like I was saying, I need time for me. Your person is going through some stuff in their life, like not connected to you. So just be patient and show compassion, because they're really going through it right now, or will be very soon. But they also say, you make my heart full. How beautiful is that? And we saw Lovers and the Magician for the advice for both of you. So it looks like, somewhere while they're like fighting their battles in real life, somewhere in the back of their head, they're inspired by this connection, by you, having you in their life, because you make their heart full. Such a great ending of the reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you guys, and I'll be back with more readings soon. Bye everyone.